The Broncos are getting ready to take on the Chargers this weekend. This is your Denver Sports Daily for October 11th. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel V. Hill.
The Broncos take on the Los Angeles Chargers this Sunday in what could be one of the most important games this season. I said this last week with the Raiders as well. These two games are going to be very important. This two-game stretch is incredibly important when it comes to looking at the postseason, where that could line up if the standings stay so tight. And although the Broncos are at home and on a 3-game win streak, they are the underdogs according to the odds makers in Vegas, who have them listed at plus 2.5 on the spread. It's a bit crazy to me, being that, the Broncos are so hot right now and the Chargers are coming off of a bye, which, could help them. They currently have a 2-2 record, and this matchup again could have major playoff implications. So it's going to be a hard match. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a hard fight, but I do have the Broncos coming out of it on top. I really think that they do have everything that it takes. This defense is looking amazing, and I kind of compare them to that 2015 defense, and I felt a little bit bad when I first did it, but now looking at the stats, they're very close. If you look at those two teams, they're very, very similar. Our defense right now is stunning. It's great. They're doing everything right. Our DBs, our front line, everything is clicking so well for our defense, and it could be hard for Justin Herbert, especially coming off that injury and off the bye. They might not be ready to come into something as hard as that, and especially playing at Mile High. I've got the Broncos. I think that they're going to do well against this Chargers team. Now, Josh Reynolds is still absent from practice due to a hand injury, a separate injury from the one that he has been sidelined from in past practices. So that could be a bit of a hit for the Broncos, but I still think that they've got so many talent. Like, on defense, at least, they've got a lot of talented players, but on offense, that might be a bigger hit than if there was a bigger player on defense out. But I can't. I think that these two games are going to be very important for the Broncos to win, and they need to come out swinging. So I'm trusting all of our players, all those people who are coming off the bench, to make a hit. I need them to make a stand and make a big impact in this game, because it's going to be very important to win. Now, moving on, ESPN predicts that Jarrett Stidham or Zach Wilson are the most likely QBs to be traded. That's not that insane. I wouldn't have not believed it if I was told, but injuries are growing around the league, and several teams are in need of a QB and to come in and fill the void. With the way that Bo Nix and the Broncos have been playing right now, it's very, very possible that the Broncos choose to part ways with one of the backup QBs. Zach Wilson would be the most likely answer, being that he has much more starting experience than Jarrett Stidham and a much cheaper contract than Stidham, about $4 million cheaper than what Stidham is being paid. So any team can pick up Zach Wilson and be like, this guy, he started for a terrible Jets team, and you look at how the Jets treats QBs, they don't get the chance to be as successful as they should be. Look at Sam Darnold in Minnesota. That guy was a Jets QB, a perennial, backup. It looked like he was seeing ghosts out there, and now he's on a team that can trade him right, and he is going off. He's in the MVP race. So Zach Wilson, I really do think, just needs a chance to, break out and get a chance. And if you put him on a team like the Dolphins, I think he would do wonders for that team. So with that, Jeremy Fowler of ESPN said in an article, after being asked which QB would be most likely to be traded next month, he said, "I'll go with Zach Wilson or Jarrett Stidham out of Denver. The Broncos have a surplus at the position, with the luxury of maintaining a quality backup, whether a trade passes or not." Again, that's very true. The Broncos could trade one of their QBs, being Zach Wilson or Jarrett Stidham, and still keep one of them. And that's a great pick. You could get a third or a fourth round pick for one of those guys. I'm totally a fan of that. As much as I want to see Zach Wilson stay here, because I really do think that Zach has all the talent to grow, Jarrett Stidham also has a great possibility to be a good backup. He plays the backup role exactly how you should. He knows exactly what to do. He could come in and run the plays that Sean Payton wants to get them through what they need to get through. I think that he's got a lot of talents, along with Zach Wilson, who would be a better starter around the league. Now, moving on, the Nuggets choose to pick up the team option on 3 of their young stars. Christian Brown, Peyton Watson, and Julian Strawther will all be staying at least one more year after the Nuggets picked up their team options. Brown and Watson will become restricted free agents in the 2025-26 season, and Strawther after the 2026-27 season. Huge. huge that we're keeping these 3 young stars. It's very important to keep that young core there. And I was thinking about how to word this all day, but I believe that those 3 players are more important than Aaron Gordon. I believe that those 3 players are more important than uh I don't know if I could say Jamal Murray, but I believe that they're up there. Those 3 players are going to be the future of this team, and I firmly believe that a starting lineup of Christian Brown, Julian Strother, Michael Porter Jr., Peyton Watson, and Nikola Jokic could go far in the playoffs. So if you take out Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon, I think that starting 5 would be incredible. Now, not saying that I don't think Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray are some of the most important players on this team, but those 3 young players are incredibly important. So seeing the Nuggets do what they need to do and get them for at least another year after this season, huge. And I don't think that they're going to leave. I think that they're not going to go on huge contracts after next season. So it's really good that you get them now and keep them for another season, let them grow, keep them continuing to, get their reps in the league, especially with Julian Strother not being as available as he should have been last season. Peyton Watson showed incredible strides last year. He's I think my favorite Nugget right now, just because of the punch he provides off the bench is incredible. And Christian Brown is, a winner. He's a winner, and that's the best way to put it. He won at the high school level. He won at the college level. He won in the NBA within a span of 3 or 4 years. I think he won a high school championship or a state championship, a national championship, and the NBA finals. So that's the kind of player that you need on your team, a perennial winner. So those 3 players, again, very important that you're getting them now. And obviously there's a few more players that, maybe could move out of the team, but those 3 are the 3 most important youngsters on the team. Now I want to read some comments. That's going to do it for the Denver Sports Daily today, but let's see. Broncos 27-10. Let's go. That's a high number. I like that though. I think that can happen. I think we're going to need the defense to show out, but 27 points. I love it. I love where your head's at there. All right. Good morning, Joey, and go Bo Broncos. Go Broncos. We'll see this Sunday. I have so much hope that the Broncos can pull it out. So up on them. I think they can get to 4-2 this Sunday. I really think that they can get to 4-2 this Sunday, and that would be huge if they can. Their playoff odds are already crazy, and being one of the 10% of teams that started the year 0-2 and making the playoffs, that would be huge for everybody. It would be must-see TV. Let's see. What has everyone most frustrated thought about the Broncos this year? Mine is the lack of use of Mims on offense. I picked this comment because I 100% agree with you. I love Marvin Mims so much, and I think that they were just throwing him to the side and not using him. He has so much talent. I think that he could be great, and I really want to see him get more involved, not just on special teams. I think that he should be used as so much more of a receiver. He's got speed. He's got stamina. He could catch the ball. He can do everything perfectly. Not perfectly, but he can do everything at a high level that a receiver should be able to do. So I 100% agree with you. The lack of Marvin Mims usage is frustrating. But other than that, the Broncos have been winning. So that's what you need to remember is the Broncos are winning without him. And as much as I want to see him get involved, and as much as I think that would bring them up to the next tier, I think that what is working is working. I don't think you need to go throwing stuff in there to change it. But yes, I agree with you. I would love to see Marvin Mims much more involved. But yep, that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily today, guys. I will be back with you on Monday, recapping the game that we have on Sunday. It's going to be huge. I'm so excited. I can't wait to talk with you all about it. But other than that, guys, y'all have a great weekend. I will see you later. Bye.
Taking you through your